Hello, everybody. It's Nick here. And I know I say this a lot more times than I should, but it's been a while. I have another unboxing to do, and then I'll show you guys some of the other stuff I bought recently, too. Um, I just got home from work. I was on 4 hours of sleep. I got a eye appointment today, just so you know the crazy day that I've had. So, it wasn't necessarily a bad day, just busy. You know, I've I feel bad for telling everybody all the time, "Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm busy." But it's true. I mean, being an adult sucks in that way. But I also wanted to announce that my new song "Road to Recovery" is now out on Spotify and I think Apple Music and I think Deezer got it. It's on a bunch of platforms. I can't keep track of all of them, but I'll put a link in the description so you guys can go listen to that. Hopefully, you got Spotify. I think you can still listen to it anyway with like ads or something. But please do it for me. And I'm not one to ask this, but with my music, please share it with your family and friends if you like it. If you don't, feel free to criticize me too. I mean, as long as it's honest and not being an asshole, then I'm usually cool with it. Okay, so it's not a big box like last time, but there is about the same amount of stuff in there. So let's open this thing and we'll get to okay. We'll get to seeing what's inside. Okay. I have to use my car keys. I don't have a knife in here this time. Sorry. Just gotta be careful. I just noticed my microphone is kind of bent out of shape too. This thing's fallen so many times. I don't have a proper mic stand for it, so like when I actually record my vocals, I have to just hold the mic up, and, like at a good distance too, so it's not too loud or too soft. But that could be kind of annoying. Um, all right, so and I forgot I didn't add protective packaging this time. I meant to do that, but I forgot because I did get some LPs, maybe more than I need, and you'll see what I mean in a minute here. But okay, okay, we're still recording. Good. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Um, oh wow, everything was just like bagged up, which I guess in a way is actually a good thing. But let's see if we can get it out of the bubble wrap. And, that Japan smell, man. Let's do something. Okay. I almost feel like a book in here or something. Let's see if that's what it is. I need to see where I can put this. Ooh. Ooh. We'll just put it back down there. Wow, I can't even think of what this is. I know it's something that I bought, but that's all I know. It's just something I bought. I don't know what it is though. It feels like a book or something, but um, oh, okay, yeah, it's not a book, but it might as well be. These are actually two Famicom games. Matsumoto Matsumoto Toru no Kabashiki Hisho Ho, I think. Parts 1 and 2. So, you may know the NES game Wall Street Kid. Well, did you know they actually made a lot of games like that on the Famicom? Yeah, it's a game about the stock market. So, that's going to be fun to play, if I ever do play it. I just thought it was they were both complete in box. It was like $20 for both of them. That's how worthless people think the game is. So, um, that's funny. All right, so that was the first thing. Second thing, I've actually been wanting this for a while, even though I have no way of playing it. I'm not going to say I collect games for this sort of console, but there's a few that I want for various reasons. And this is Curse of the Azure Bonds for the PC-98. Um, this one cost me a lot of money, but I've been working some overtime. Especially because I just bought a new ride, so I've been trying to get some money in there, you know. I like how the back of the box says the music's by Takeshi Yasuda. You know, they really want you to know that. Um, wow, this is in pretty pristine shape, though. I mean, yeah. So that's the weird thing. These the cases for these games are like a rubber or something. It's kind of weird, but it works. So like everything's in plastic. That's good. You got the code wheel, which, funny enough, looks exactly the same as the U.S. version. You would think it would just be like localized to Japanese or something, but no, it's actually in pretty good shape. I just gotta figure out how to get this out. And it's funny too, is like this area, some of this is in English too. So you'd think it's a American release, but there is Japanese text on here, which is a strong indicator that it is for the Japanese version, in fact, which is good. That means I didn't get ripped off. Not that that's ever happened, but at least I can't remember. I remember once when I was a lot younger, my parent or I got my mom to buy me a Spear of Destiny, and that was a nightmare because it was missing one of the discs that was required to play the game. So I remember being at an emotionally immature age, and I actually cried. Of course, now I look back at that and I think, wow, I was a fool. Um, so that's kind of interesting with this one. Got the quick start guide, and that's all fine and good. That's just how to operate the game or get it running. We got the Adventurer's Journal, or Bokunsha Journal. Um, it's funny because the Japanese text for this game is actually Katsu Obu Ajua Bondo, or Curse of Azure Bond. I think that's just because it rolls off the tongue easier than saying Kasu Obu za Ajua Bonzu. But whatever, I didn't name it; they did. So, um, yeah, I mean, wow, I'm surprised how good this is. But anyways, I better put this away so I can go on to the next thing, or else I'm just gonna be here all day. So, um, weird. Normally they list the Japanese staff in the manual, but it's just copy and pasted from the American manual. They put that in there too, but usually they also put in the Japanese staff. But there's a credit scroll in the intro sequence, so maybe that's why. Mm. Anyway, next thing I got here. Come on, I can get it. I can get it. Um, this is a RPG book, or it's kind of like a what would you call it? What would be the equivalent? It's kind of like a Nintendo Power ish kind of thing. Covers a bunch of Famicom games, and I bought this one I think because Heroes of the Lance is mentioned in it, and I was unfortunately unable to find any copies that were in like really good shape, so this was the best I could do. But that's okay. It was like less than $10, so it wasn't like I was, you know, not getting what I paid for. Um, I'm just trying to figure out how to open this. Some of this packaging can be really confusing. Like, unless you've, like done it yourself, you've got no idea. I don't know if that tape did anything. I don't think it did. Well, she. Unless I'm actually supposed to, like, rip this whole thing off. I guess I am. That's the only way I can see of getting it out of here. Alright. But, oh yeah, it's Famicom, Super Famicom, and Game Boy games. So, you got quite a variety here to choose from. So, yeah, it's not in the best shape, but for what it is, for the price I paid. Yeah, it's got Heroes of the Lance, and it's got Hillsfar, it's got Shadowbrain, Juve Quest, Super Chinese 3, Dark Lord, Tenshio Kurao, or Destiny of an Emperor, the second game that we didn't get in the US, Niji no Silk Road, Hokuto no Ken 4, Metal Max, and then Lagrange Point, which I actually own a copy of, but I've never really played it. Super Famicom, you got Gadyurin, I don't know what that is, and then Draken. Game Boy, you got Curve, or maybe it's Cave Noir, and then you got Legend. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, you got all this stuff. Here's of the Lance. They map out some things. Hillsfar, they map out some things. That's pretty cool. Um, I don't think anyone's ever scanned these either. That's actually interesting. This lady here, um, it's kind of hard to see. She's actually in the NES prototype, but they took her out of the. And I don't even remember seeing her in the Famicom versions. Maybe it's like a pre-released version of the game. I don't know, but that's kind of interesting. Okay, moving on. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be here all day. And like I said, besides this stuff, there's other things I want to show you as well. So buckle up. Might be a bit of a lengthy video. Here's one of the guidebooks I bought. I'm not going to open it right now, but this is for A Resha de Iko, which is the A Train. It actually did get a Famicom release, and I've been trying to play through it. So I'm really bad at games like this. So you just gotta love that artwork, though. Isn't that cute? Okay. Not much to say about that, though. It's just A Train. Everyone knows what that game is. You know, the Railroad Tycoon before Railroad Tycoon was Railroad Tycoon. Alright, let's see what's next here. Oh, the other one that I ordered. Alright, here we go. This is the guidebook for Heroes of the Lance. Kind of late for that. I already played through the game, but it is cool that, at least in Japan, when you if you needed to, you could buy the clue book or the walkthrough. So I don't think we had that in the U.S. Pretty sure. Alright. Next one. What do we got? It's actually more video game stuff in here than I remembered. Oh yeah, this is a CD that I'm actually surprised there's a Japanese version of. But this is, oh, different CD. Okay, so you can't actually see it from here, but this is the Japanese CD for Core by Stone Temple Pilots, because I like the song Plush. And this one actually has bonus tracks on it. You can just read it there. Hopefully the quality's good. Probably not. Sorry, this camera. I paid like $200 for this camera or something, and yeah, it's not that great though. It's Logitech, so what do you expect? Their webcams weren't always the best. I remember like the very first webcam I used actually was a Logitech on YouTube, which those videos are long gone now, but like when I was like 12 years old, hard to believe, I'm going to be 31 this year. That's how long I've been on YouTube. I've almost been on YouTube for like 20 years. It's crazy. Okay, so when I said I probably got more LPs than I needed, this is what I mean. I've seen this before, but they have these lots. So this is Tracy by the Cufflinks, but it's not just Tracy by the Cufflinks. It's 3 different copies of it, which is nice. If I have sound quality problems with the one, I can record the other. So I'm not going to. I'm not gonna open this too much, but you got like the little card on the back, and it. I'm just looking at the people in here. So it actually lists some of the musicians here, especially for Joey Cord, which we're going to get to him later in this video, and I'll show you that, but that's cool. Alright, I am looking forward to listening to that. Oops. Yeah, let's put it here. Hopefully it doesn't fall or anything. Okay. Next. Yeah, like, oh god, okay. That sleeve needs to, sleeve keeps falling off. Okay, hang on. I gotta, didn't want to do this, but I have to like put this back in. Yeah, the Cufflinks is a band that is worth talking about, and it's too bad that they don't get the recognition that they deserve, because I think they deserve more than they've got. Man, it's such a great group. Even if they only did 2, technically 3 albums. Anyway, I've probably talked about them ad nauseum before, but yeah, they're really great. And here's the other one that I ordered. This is for the Cufflinks Run Sally Run. Now this was just one LP. I didn't order a bunch of them. And they did write me a message in here, but I can't read it worth a crap. When the Japanese scribble like this, it's hard for me to read. If it were just standard writing, I would be able to read it no problem. But they scribble things, especially when they do it with the kanji. Oh, that is a nightmare. But um, yeah. Okay, next package. Woo. Man, yeah, people like these unboxing videos. So, like I said, it's been a while because I've had to save money. Um, oh, okay. So this is gonna be kind of funny and embarrassing because this is a manual for a game that I actually haven't bought yet. Because I found a copy on eBay that had the game and the box without the manual, and then I found a copy of the manual. So here you go. So this is Sakata Goro Kudan no Renju Kyoshitsu. So I'll try to translate that. Goro Sakata, ninth Dan, which is a ranking, by the way. It's his Renju classroom. So, Renju, I mean, as you can tell, it's like the game of Go, except it's getting 5 in a row. So it's kind of like an ancient version of Connect 5. I guess it's one of those games that's like easy to learn, hard to master sort of deals. But that's not going to stop me from sucking at it. Alright, let's see what we got, man. I love this. I was actually supposed to leave work early today because of my appointment, but I ended up staying the whole shift. So it made it even better to get the stuff. I just love I love when they. Okay, so this is a CD. I've actually wanted the Japanese version too for a long time. I just haven't bothered to get it until now. But Inagata Vida, honey. It's a mini LP, which is awesome. They're CDs. They're just packaged like LPs, but they're always cool. I always like having these. Okay, we're almost done here. Got like a few more left, right? I haven't even kept track of how much stuff I've got. So anyway, I'm gonna guess this is the other CD that I was looking for. Yes, this is one I was gonna talk about earlier because I thought the other CD was this, but I'm surprised there's a Japanese version of this. But this is Mori Muleisen, and this is his album Gingerbread with an extra D in the end because why not? So Maury Muleisen was the lead guitarist for Jim Croce, and I got into Jim Croce's music through the Archies. How did I get into his music through the Archies? Well, he used the same session drummer, and more importantly for me, the session bassist Joe Mako. So, and I believe both of them play on this album. Al Rogers and Gary Chester does play drums on this. Okay, so Maury was a guy that just died way too young. He died in the same plane crash that killed Jim Croce. And no, that was not a Boeing plane. That was a Beechcraft. So I know we're having some problems with Boeing planes in recent events, but not all of it is actually Boeing's fault. I hate to come to their defense, but it's not. But that's some office politics. I'm not going to get into that. And okay, and then this is a movie I've wanted for a while too. I think that's everything, right? Yeah, I don't feel anything else. So, this is Air Force One. So, this is a movie I've been wanting to watch. It's Japanese dub. These Japanese movies, I think I've mentioned it before, most of the time they do come with the English versions. But this one has the Japanese dub and it's got an English subtitle, so perfect. I'm going to watch this over the weekend. And I've seen clips of it, and I like what I saw. So, Gary Oldman's in it, so that's already a good sign. Okay, so I mentioned Joey Cord earlier. So Joe Cord, for those who don't know the history, I'll keep this as condensed as possible. I don't want to do a whole history lesson on the Cufflinks, but Ron Dante of the Archies originally sang for the Cufflinks, and then due to contractual problems, Don Kirshner, the mastermind of the Archies, prohibited Ron from participating in any other side projects, so Ron had to split. As a result, they had to get another singer. Now, I've heard Rupert Holmes, the Pina Colada song, was the replacement singer, but it turns out it actually wasn't him. He was he played keyboards and he did orchestration and arrangement, And that was when he was in his 20s. That's amazing. But this guy, which there's like only one video about him on YouTube, or one or two videos. Joe Cord, or I guess he was born Joe Costa. This is an autograph photo I bought. It was only $75. You know what's funny? Because the auction site I bought it off of, I offered them 90. They wanted 100 for it. They counter offered with 75. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, this guy ended up replacing him. He unfortunately passed away in 2017. I was really shattered to hear that because I was hoping I could get in touch with them. Speaking of which, I want to talk about these two CDs I ordered though. Did I mention though Joey Cord took over as the singer? So I got this CD, which I knew was a boot. I got these two CDs actually, which I knew were bootlegs. They're not. I think they did recently release these. It's like from an unknown. Just says made in Norway. But anyways, now I knew these were just going to be vinyl transfers, and I do that all the time with my albums, you know. But I knew these were bootlegs. I knew they were just going to be vinyl transfers, so I didn't mind that. Unfortunately, this is supposed to have the two albums on them. Now, the B side of the second album, the one that Joe Cord sang on, is missing, and it's also missing one of the bonus tracks, "All Because of You." So I mentioned the seller. He said it was a defective copy. He's getting the better copies, and he's going to send me one for free. So I don't even have to return this. I get to keep the defective copy, which is awesome. Now, fortunately, I've already ripped the whole vinyl to MP3, and it's on my phone and everything. So it's a really good album, but it's classic rock or soft rock. So if you're not into that thing, you may not like it. But Joe Cord had a great voice. I was just really devastated to hear that he had died some years before. The other one, again, I've ripped this to MP3. This is Robin McNamara's "Lay a Little Lovin' on Me," which is like a hit bubblegum tune. And this is like the only album he ever did, really. And he also, I think he passed away in 2023. But this one actually does have some bonus tracks on it, so that it is actually worth getting. So those are good albums. It's just, yeah, if you're gonna get this one, wait for the new version or the less defective version. Otherwise, normally I wouldn't offer this, but if you really want the MP3s that bad, get a hold of me. Now, normally I don't advocate against piracy like that, but the problem is, I think MCA Records, who owns this, or they did when the album came out, or whoever owns it now, they haven't ever released it, not even on digital. There's actually some albums on vinyl that were never released on CD, and you can actually get digital versions that aren't even from the vinyl transfers. But they never did that for the second album. They've done Tracy a few times, but they've never done the second album, which is just self-titled, by the way. And so it's really a shame. It's a great album. They're both really good albums, and it's actually hard for me to choose the favorite. I'd probably say Tracy, just because that one does have some good music. And they technically did do a third album, which actually was released on CD few years ago. It's by the Street People. It's called Jennifer Tompkins. It's, from my understanding, it's mostly the same people. Of course, uncredited session musicians, these people are just actors. They're not real. And the lady on the cover here is Diana Rigg, who is known for being in the Avengers. But she's also known as being Tracy Bond in Diamonds Are, or On Her Majesty's Secret Service. She's the one, I think, that gets knocked off in the movie. Hey, everyone's seen the movie at this point, or seen that part of it, so I'm not really spoiling anything. Fight me on that. Okay, so a few more things I want to show you guys before I go for another month or two. But I do want to talk about that. I bought some other vinyls that I want to show you guys. First one, let's see if I can grab it here. Well, I have a few of them. Yeah, I have been collecting vinyls recently because what I do is, these are albums that were never released on CD, so, or for the most part. And so I ripped them to MP3. I try to get rid of all the loud pops and everything, and then put them on my phone. You know, it's just nice to listen to them. And then I transcribe the bass parts, because I'm a bass transcriber. But this album easily became one of my favorites. This is it's the jacket's in really bad shape. This is the Dupree's Total Recall. Again, I got a hold of or found out about this group because Joe Mako, same basis as the Archies, played on this, and it's really good stuff. I really like The Sky's the Limit. There's two different worlds. It's a cover. There's actually a bunch of covers on here, but they're really good. In fact, the Cufflinks second album that I was just showing you guys has a cover of Edison Lighthouse's "Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes," and it's so good. I like it better than the original. Um, so there. Um, so this album unfortunately had a lot of you know, the seller said it was like clean and everything, but I got it and it was like really dirty. So I don't know. But fortunately, I do there. I'll show you guys this too. Gosh, I got so much stuff I want to show you, so I'm gonna try to breeze through this so the video's not too long. But I just bought this CD, which is awesome. This is the Dupree's The Heritage Years. It actually has this album, this whole album on it. So there is a way you can get it on CD, and I think it's mixed a little bit better too. Then we got the American Revolution. This album was so hard to find because of its name. Now, I got introduced to this album because the Chattanooga Cats, one of their songs is called Sitting by the Fireside. It's actually a song called Cold Wisconsin Nights, which is the opening track of this album. Now, unfortunately, only got released on vinyl, so again, that's the reason that I bought it. So, that's why I have that. Man, I got so many freaking vinyls right now. I'm holding like so many. Okay, I need to find a place where I can set these down, so excuse me a bit. Okay, and then I got another one, so let's see if I can find that. I just want to make sure the microphone's still working because the connection on this device is really loose. And I just got this one. This is a sealed vinyl for Cashman, Bastille and West, and this is Bound to Happen. That's the name of the album. And again, same bassist. That's how I'm discovering these groups. Is same bassist, Joe Mako, as the bassist. So I'm his biggest fan, even though he's like an unknown. There's not even a photo of this guy online, Joe Mako. There's no photo of him. There's a Facebook page that I found that like on Google Images of a guy playing bass, and I don't recognize him. Maybe that's him, but when you try to go to the page, it just gives you an error. So, but I have a feeling that some other bassist, it's not him. So he's kind of an unknown. So, all right, let's wrap this up. I'll show you some of the last things I got. I got this. I'm gonna buy the CD for it too, but I got the scorebook for Operation Mindcrime, Queensryche. Now they're a band from Seattle. I have to listen to them. So the funny thing is, I have the guitar book that I think Warner Brothers released or whatever, but it only has some of the songs from the album. This one has all of the songs, and some of them are full scores. Some of them are just the guitar parts only, but like some of these songs you get like the bass, the drums, the you know, and like keyboard if applicable. So it's a pretty cool book. I paid a lot for this, but this is one that's been on my radar for a long time. And then I got the CDs and the sheet music books for, well, we got I Got a Name by Jim Croce, so this is pretty cool. And then, of course, I had to get his classic album, You Don't Mess Around with Jim, the 50th anniversary edition. So, again, great album. And same bassist, Joe Mako. So, although on I Got a Name, there's like a couple different bassists on there. So, he wasn't the sole one. Anyways, and then the Archies, I finally got This Is Love, the digitally remastered version. So, that's a good one. I haven't even opened it yet. Sorry. So, is there anything else? Or have I shown you guys enough already? So, next game I plan on playing through is Phantom Fighter. I might try the Japanese version instead, but let me know what you guys want to do, or I might just throw a poll out there, seeing, asking what you guys want. Would you rather see me play through the US one or the Japanese one? I think it's more unique to play through the Japanese version. I haven't done that before except without cheats. So, anyway, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you have listened to my music and purchased it, I really appreciate that. I mean, it's just $1, and I really try to make it good quality. The next song, because I recorded this last one out of my room, so it's not going to be in the best quality. Next one I'm recording is in April, and that's actually going to be recorded at the studio at Synergy Productions. So that one is actually going to sound very professional because of that. And it gets mastered by Brad Blackburn, the same guy who, or Blackwood. I'm sorry, Brad Blackwood, the same guy who masters for like Black Eyed Peas and Lamb of God, and I think he even did like Metallica. So I'm actually working with some pretty good names here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Again, especially if you've been with the channel through the beginning, which is probably like all one or two of you. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great one. Just stay safe wherever you're going. I know we're not in COVID anymore, but just throwing that out there. Throw caution to the wind. You know. And thank you guys for supporting me this whole time and watching my unboxings and my Let's Plays and everything. It really means a lot to me that people watch that. So I'll see you guys later. God bless. Peace out. Have a good one. Stay out of trouble.